Hey, hey. That one is getting a little bit playful and following us a little bit closer than it should have been. But all good, making for good footage. I'm certainly enjoying it. And this is exactly why I thought I'd take this quick opportunity to get ahead of them, because we are going to have an insane view of these lions walking down the road towards us now. Lucky timing. Now we could come across anything on the move at any given stage, and if we do, we can expect them to chase after these animals that we come across, if it's any prey items. This is how they maintain good quality sharp claws, by scratching them on trees just as domestic house cats would do. And we'll keep moving slowly because it looks like they want to keep moving slowly. Lions on the move, the amount of time we've spent sitting watching these animals sleeping. It really is great to have them on the move, and I am thoroughly enjoying myself, especially the fact that there's so many of them. It really is wonderful. So for all of you who have been following for the last few months, you would have been sitting with us patiently, also waiting for the lions to get active, and now all that patience is paid off and they have been on the move, even though they're lying down now. Just this short, but again, quality sighting has been absolutely wonderful. So I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Very common for predators to stop, assess, listen. Before continuing, because they do want to make sure that they don't blow any good opportunities of hunting. Look at this. Absolutely wonderful. So wonderful to be eye level with them, so I'm just going to stop and enjoy this view, because it's very infrequent that we do get to be eye level with these animals, and it gives you a much better idea of their size and beauty. These are all sub-adults, it looks like, that are following more closely sub-adult lion. And it almost appears as if they're enjoying themselves. Very inquisitive, and you can see they are keeping a very beady eye on us. And moving with purpose. That is exactly what we want to see. Enjoying this, Brian? Uncle Brian? Sid, are you enjoying yourself? Oh. I think I might go back here. They're drinking from a small puddle. Very small puddle, but worth giving Brian a chance to try and show you. Beautiful. Sadly, I can't see my monitor, folks. It's not working, so it's therefore impossible for me to narrate on what exactly Brian is showing you. But in a sighting like this, I don't think I need to be saying very much, because there's just so much unfolding here that you can enjoy visually without talking too much. They could very well veer off at any one of these road junctions, but impossible to say what they're going to do. We'll see what happens shortly. what a beautiful sight. Just got a question from Jennifer in New York asking whether the females are scent marking when they go along. And they could well be. I've been looking back, reversing so much that I haven't really seen one doing, but it wouldn't surprise me if they are. It certainly wouldn't surprise me. This does form part of their territory, but we are quite far. Sorry? Okay, so yeah, Brian's just confirmed, and this is quite far west in their territory, but like I say, we do form the western section of their territory. They usually spend more time to the east of us. So yes, indeed, they have been scent marking. Oh, look at that lioness gave that young male a little bit of a nip. Oh, at some point we are bound to come across some form of prey. I'm wondering what it's going to be, but it will happen if we stay with them for long enough. And won't that just be incredible if we get to see them hunting? Just switched off so you could listen to the thunder rumbling, and they almost appeared to be looking up to the clouds thinking, what is making that noise? As I did mention earlier, they are certainly looking hungry, especially some of the smaller members of the pride, and that's normal that the smaller, weaker members of the pride will often be the most hungry because they can compete least strongly at the kill in order to try and get as much food in while the going's good. And they do compete aggressively amongst one another, which does make sense because there's no point in a young one-year-old cub really being strong and full-bellied but not contributing to the food gathering process. And therefore it's more important for the adults who do contribute to the hunting to be in the best condition. were very lucky that we were on the right side of the line and had that small opportunity to get in front of them. Because as you may have noticed, or you probably wouldn't, because Brian wouldn't have been showing the other game vehicle as much as he can, or he's been avoiding it as much as he can, and they have been only watching the rear end of these animals. So that's another important thing to appreciate about the sighting, that even though we were in the right place at the right time, we were slightly one step ahead of the other vehicle, and that's entirely luck. Oh, that was perfect timing for that next crack of thunder. Oh, what have they seen or smelt in there? The one adult lioness looks very poised. Look at all these lions. I am scanning as I'm reversing as much as I can, mainly to the right-hand side of the vehicle for any prey. Oh, that's what they were looking at. It was a herd of elephants, and there's a baby amongst them. Let's see what happens here. Look at the lion's reaction. There's the baby elephant there, and they could well play games with that baby elephant. Or they may well avoid it at all costs, knowing that the mother will certainly come in chasing them. It's beginning to fall again, which is a bit of an issue. Go ahead. I forgot about the transmission. Negative, just tracks. Negative, tracks are headed from quarantine to Zoe's. It's just tracks, not the animal. Oh yes, Impala. Well no, Inyala. They're going to see them. They're just on our left, so there's some potential prey here. But if these lion and front don't actually think quick, the Nyala are going to see them first. Already, I think it's too late. The Nyala is just through our left. Let's see what happens. The lions are just too out in the open. Oh, that looks good. The lion have seen them. So the lion have seen them. Let's just see what happens now. The Inyala, I'm guessing, are also going to see them because they're out in the open road here. And it's lots of young lion that have stopped and watched, and this isn't looking bad. Oh no, there's the different factors and points that can cause them to fail on hunts. Now they are also heading into an area of thick bush, which is going to make following them difficult. So we'll see what happens. There was some Inyala that ran off. I'd like to go, as I did say, just staying on this road that runs parallel to the direction they're heading in, rather than trying to off-road behind them. It may not be the best option, but it will certainly be easier, and it will that way hopefully keep us in front of them. They could well come back onto this road. Sorry, Brian does have to give the lens a wipe, and the rain is increasing, so I'm hoping it doesn't increase any much more, because then we won't be able to continue filming. But I think these lions could come back onto the road after this failed hunting attempt. I think they've just gone to explore the opportunities down there. So we'll just stand by here and wait for updates from Craig. Craig, I'm just standing by on the road. Okay, copy. I'll stand by here if you can just keep me updated on any changes.